Honestly, not easy. You know, when you keep winning, then it's like pressuring the player and all that. So nervous here and there when it's going. I don't want to say easy, but when the score is in your favor.
On March 23, 2026, the scoreboard at the Miami Open showed a brutal result. Karolína Muchová defeated Alex Eala 6-0, 6-2 in just 61 minutes. On paper, it looked like complete domination from the world number 14, the kind of scoreline that usually ends a match quietly and sends the losing player off the court with polite applause. But what actually happened in Miami told a very different story. As the final point ended and the players approached the net for the handshake, the stadium suddenly erupted. Thousands of Filipino fans rose to their feet, cheering loudly for Eala and refusing to let the young star walk away feeling like the emotional loser of the night. Muchová had clearly won the match, yet the energy inside the arena shifted towards something bigger than the result itself. It felt less like the end of a routine match and more like the beginning of a powerful moment of recognition for Eala and her growing global support.
Eala entered the Miami tournament carrying more than just her name on the draw sheet. She carried the momentum of recent strong performances and the expectations of fans who had started to believe in her rise. Across the net stood Muchová, an experienced top 15 player known for her calm decision-making, precise shot selection, and ability to control rallies under pressure. From the opening games, it became clear that Muchová was locked in. She dictated the tempo, attacked early in rallies, and gave Eala very little room to settle into her rhythm. The first set ended quickly at 6-0, a shutout that showed how sharp the Czech star had been from the start. In the second set, Eala managed to fight back for a couple of games, but the overall momentum never truly shifted. Muchová remained composed, finishing the match 6-2 and closing the contest in just over an hour. In most tournaments, a result like that would be remembered simply as a dominant performance by a top player. But the atmosphere in Miami was about to prove that tennis stories are sometimes written by the crowd as much as by the scoreboard.
As the match officially ended, something extraordinary happened in the stands. Instead of silence or scattered applause, the grandstand exploded with chants for Eala. Filipino supporters waved flags, cheered loudly, and kept the energy alive long after the final ball had been struck. Viral clips later showed thousands of fans celebrating her effort, creating an atmosphere that felt more like a national celebration than a normal tournament moment. It was a powerful reminder that some players connect with fans on a level deeper than rankings or results. For those supporters, Eala represented pride, hope, and the excitement of seeing someone from their country compete on one of tennis's biggest stages. That emotional connection transformed the entire scene. The match result still belonged to Muchová, but the spirit of the moment belonged to Eala and the crowd that refused to let her leave quietly. For many watching inside the stadium and online, it became one of the most memorable fan reactions of the entire tournament, showing just how strong Eala's support had already become around the world.
Even Muchova herself later acknowledged that the match had not felt as simple as the numbers suggested. She admitted that pressure can still exist even when the scoreline is in your favor, especially when the crowd is fully behind your opponent. Her words carried weight because they came from a seasoned top player who understands exactly what control on a tennis court feels like. By saying the match was more complicated than it looked, she indirectly confirmed the impact Eala was already having on the sport. The official record will always show a 6-0, 6-2 victory for Muchova, but the emotional memory of that night tells a larger story. It showed how powerful fan support can be and how quickly a young player can become a symbol for people around the world. Eala did not leave Miami with the result she wanted, yet she left with something equally important, proof that her connection with fans is real and growing stronger. Sometimes the biggest moments in tennis are not defined only by who wins the match, but by the loyalty and belief a player inspires. And on that night in Miami, the roar of the crowd made it clear that Eala's journey is only just beginning.